Gentlemen, welcome back to Mr.YouWho. So today we're going to be talking about something that really can strike fear into men's hearts. What's the best scent that a man should have? And lucky enough for you at Mr.YouWho, we have a number of different options, styles and methods that you can use to smell good and feel good. And also at the end of this video, we'll be giving you 3 top fragrances that we believe will make you smell well. If you can tell us which is your favorite and why in the comments, and also like and subscribe to your video. And we have some giveaways towards our subscribers. So thank you. So firstly, do you ever wonder why you get that smell sometimes of people smelling really strongly, overpowering? I call it almost like a crop duster. Or other times it's a sweet, lovely, nice scent of joy. Well, it's not just you guys that smell that. It's also women. So it's all about putting out the right scent out there for the right people. Now, your actual sweat itself can come from many different sources. Have you had garlic or onion, for example, and smelled bad from that? So it's the right diet in place, but also eating the right foods. Now let me first start by getting the elephant out of the room. So what happens if you're out and someone smells, really badly smells? You're in a crowded tube, you're in a crowded train, and there's just this stench. Well, it actually is very difficult to tell them what to do. Do you spray them with some scent? Do you walk away? Well, spending a lot of time on the London Underground myself, to be honest, you've got to run away. Just because you want to smell good and feel good doesn't necessarily mean other people do. If it's a friend or a colleague, maybe just have a bit of a quick discussion with them. But generally, if you're on public transport, going past someone, it's best to beware and just get away, really, because, yeah, I feel the same way. Myself, I work out a lot at the gym. I don't smell a lot, but I always like to smell and look good, so I'm always aware of it. And just to make sure you do feel good, just make sure you ask a partner or someone else you know, what do I smell like? And take their honest advice. It's important. So now, gents, let's look at the 5 different types of fragrances that are available in the marketplace. Now, you may have heard a lot of these just thrown around, and the ones you go for depends on what you actually need. So the first one is actually cologne. So cologne kind of sits in the middle of the value scale. It normally lasts about 2 to 5 hours and contains quite a high alcohol percentage. The second one in place is Parfum. Now, Parfum is actually the most expensive and concentrated form of fragrance, and it lasts for up to 24 hours when you spray it. It's much more expensive though. The other one you may see is Toilette. It's right in the middle of the value scale. It lasts for around 4 to 5 hours, and I would say gives you a mix of value and also staying power. The fourth one is Eau Fraiche. So it sounds fancy, right? It's done on purpose. It actually has very low fragrance concentration, and generally lasts for about 2 hours, and even less if you're in a humid environment like I am here in Brisbane at the moment. The fifth one is Perfume. So Perfume is basically somewhere in the higher end of the scale. It lasts for 6 to 8 hours and is basically blended with a good range of fragrance. So when you go into a store, just make sure you have a look at which type of fragrance you're getting, what the concentration is, and I'll give you an idea of which one you should choose. Well, now let's look at how you apply your fragrance. Now, firstly, it's important not to apply too much fragrance. Have you ever had someone walk past you and it smelled like a crop duster? It's not too good. Secondly, I guess you want to make sure you don't have enough. I generally do 2 to 3 sprays over myself, just on my skin and on my neck. Seems to work quite well. But also, if you have really hot areas in place as well, it's a good idea to do it. So maybe your neck, your shoulders, your armpits. So just places where you may produce smells. But only select a maximum of probably 2 of those spots mentioned. Again, you'll be overdoing it and be creating what I call a crop duster. I also don't recommend putting cologne or perfume on your clothes. The reason being the clothes can actually stain and it can start to destroy the fabric of your suit or your shirts. So that's not a good idea either. So talking about colognes, perfumes and sprays, I now want to go through 3 of what I recommend are my personal favourite perfumes in place and a bit about why that's the case. So yeah, let's go. So the first perfume that I'm going to recommend today is a Polo Blue by Ralph Lauren, as pictured here. As you can see, it comes in a very, very nice bottle. Now, I would say this is my favorite perfume of the bunch at the moment. So this one in particular is Parfum. Now, as I spray it on myself, the first thing you can tell is how dry and how masculine the spray is, which is really good. I mean, it smells very masculine. So don't expect sweet fruits and floral type smells with this. It's very much dry and masculine. You can also smell a mix of, I'd say, pine and leather notes, which kind of gives it a rich, grassy type of aroma. I wouldn't do any more than 1 to 2 sprays of this one. The reason being is it's quite strong and it doesn't last very well. But if you love a good, strong perfume, this one's perfect. So the second fragrance I want to talk about today is Black XS by Paco Rabanne, as you can see there. Now this fragrance is very, very different to the Polo Blue fragrance we just spoke about earlier. The Black XS is actually a lot more sweet and a lot more fruity than other ones. As I give myself a spray, you can smell a light citrusy and kind of sweet and spicy smell to it, which kind of gives it a very deep and dark scent. I've actually found this fragrance to be very, very popular among the ladies. Walking on the train, I've actually had ladies go, "Gee, you smell really nice," which is a compliment. Thank you, ladies. It combines a mixture of fresh lemon notes, cinnamon, cardamom, combining together to give a lovely kind of sweet, woodsy smell. So it's very, very nice. This is an Eau de Toilette as well. So it's a lovely fragrance as well. So I'd probably say that's my second favorite scent. So the third perfume that I really like is the L'Eau de Parfum from Issey Miyake. Again, this is the Eau de Toilette bottle here in place. Now the reason why I like this one is it's a much gentler and softer scent. It smells a lot like lemon and orange and floral, and it's a lot more softer than I guess the other ones we spoke about earlier. After you spray it, after initial 30 to 45 minutes, the scent really comes down to be a nice light scent. Again, I wouldn't do any more than 2 to 3 sprays for this one. As I give it a spray now, see there's that lovely light citrusy smell. It's a lovely scent in place. So Issey Miyake L'Eau de Parfum, very, very nice as well. So there you go, guys. So there are many different fragrances that you can use out there, but most importantly, just make sure that when you're out there, how you smell is very important to how people see you, how people perceive you, and how people be around you. So always be conscious about how you're smelling. These tips hopefully have helped you in place. And now remember, as I said earlier in the video, if you can put down what was my favorite fragrance and put some comments as to what your favorite fragrance is as well. We do have some fragrances to give away to our subscribers too, so make sure you like the video, subscribe and share. And thank you for being part of Mr. YouWho.